Hello, and welcome to Alex English Studio, the podcast where English becomes natural, confident, and real. I'm your host, Alex, and this is episode 1 of our brand new series. Today's topic is one of the most important and most misunderstood skills in English learning: how to think in English without translating. Before we begin, if you're serious about improving your English, make sure to like this episode and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a lesson.
Yes, and if this episode helps you even a little, please share it with a friend who's learning English too.
Great! Now, let me introduce today's learner, Maya.
Hi everyone, I'm excited but also nervous because this is my biggest struggle. I understand English when I read or listen, but when I speak, I freeze.
That honesty is perfect, Maya, because this episode is not about perfection, it's about progress. Let's begin. Maya, let me ask you something. When you want to speak English, what happens inside your mind?
First, I think of the sentence in my native language. Then I try to translate it into English. Then I speak, but slowly and sometimes wrongly.
That's exactly what most learners experience. And the first thing I want to say is, this is normal. When you learn a new language, your brain naturally uses your first language as a bridge.
So I'm not doing something wrong?
Not at all. You're doing what your brain knows best, using what it already has. But here's the problem. That bridge is useful at the beginning, but if you stay on the bridge, you never reach fluency.
That makes sense. It feels like I'm always stuck in the middle.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to say, "I'm feeling nervous today." What do?
I first think it in my language, then I translate word by word.
And how does that feel?
Slow. Sometimes I lose my sentence halfway.
That's because translation uses two systems, your language and English. Fluent speakers use one system, English. Let's talk about why translating blocks fluency. There are 3 major reasons. 1. It slows your speech. When you translate, your process is think, translate, speak. A fluent speaker's process is think, speak.
That explains why I pause so much.
Exactly. 2. It creates unnatural sentences. Different languages have different word order, grammar, and expressions. So when you translate, your sentence might be grammatically correct, but not natural.
People understand me, but sometimes they look confused or smile politely.
That's because your sentence sounds like a translation, not real English. 3. It blocks natural communication. Language is not just words, it's emotions, reactions, tone, and context. When you translate, you focus on words, not meaning.
So I'm thinking about grammar instead of communication?
Exactly. And communication should always come first. Now let's clarify something important. Thinking in English does not mean using advanced vocabulary, speaking perfectly, never making mistakes. It means connecting ideas directly to English words, expressing meaning, not translating sentences, speaking naturally, even if imperfect.
So I don't need perfect English to think in English?
Absolutely not. Let me give you a simple example. You're thirsty. Instead of thinking in your language, "I am thirsty," then translating, "I am thirsty," you directly think, "I'm thirsty." No translation, just awareness.
That feels simple but powerful.
Because fluency starts with simple thinking, not complex thinking. Now, let's move into action, because understanding is useless without practice. I'll give you 5 powerful techniques, and Maya will react honestly. Maya, do you think you must speak perfect English to be fluent?
I think so. That's why I'm scared to speak.
That's the first mindset we must change. Fluency is not built with perfect sentences. It's built with simple, correct communication. Start with, I like this. I don't understand. Can you repeat? I'm tired. I'm happy.
Those feel easy, but I usually try to say complicated things.
And that's why fluency feels hard. Simplicity creates speed. Speed creates confidence. Confidence creates fluency. Here's one of the strongest techniques. Narrate your daily life in English. For example, I'm waking up. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm cooking dinner. I'm going to work.
So I talk to myself?
Yes, silently or aloud. Think of it like training your brain to live in English.
That sounds strange, but also exciting.
Strange at first, powerful forever. Instead of thinking in sentences, think in pictures. You see a dog, think dog. You see food, think food. You feel tired, think tired. No translation, no grammar, just connection.
So I connect English words directly to real life.
Exactly. That's how children learn, and that's how fluency is built. Maya, how do you usually learn vocabulary?
I write lists of words and memorize them.
That's useful, but incomplete. Fluent speakers speak in chunks, not words. Instead of learning look, learn look at this, look forward to it, look after someone.
That feels more practical.
Because real English is not built from words, it's built from phrases. Now, the most important technique. Speak before you feel ready.
That scares me.
Good. That means you're about to grow. Let me tell you something powerful. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Fluency comes from use, not from silence.
I've been waiting to feel confident before speaking.
Confidence comes after speaking, not before. Now let's talk about mindset. If you treat English as a school subject, you will always translate. If you treat English as a life skill, you will start thinking in it.
That changes everything.
Instead of asking, what does this mean in my language? Ask, what does this mean in real life? Language is not about translation. Language is about experience. Let's summarize today's episode. To think in English, start with simple sentences. Narrate your life in English. Think in images, not translations. Learn phrases, not single words. Speak before you feel ready.
This feels practical. I feel like I can actually do this.
And that's exactly the point. Now here's your challenge for today. For the next 24 hours, think simple thoughts in English. Narrate your actions. Avoid translating, even if your English is not perfect. Progress comes from practice, not perfection. Thank you for listening to Alex English Studio.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who wants to speak English confidently.
In our next episode, we'll talk about how to speak English confidently without fear. Until then, keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, fluency begins in the mind.